Hey, howdy, hey, welcome to Disney Night Live. Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Hello, greetings.
Hello and greetings, salutations. What's up, man? What's going on?
Oh, we're here for a Universal edition of Disney Night Live again.
Disney Night Live goes scary. It's a Hollywood Horror Nights review with I was trying to think because you're usually Animal Kingdom Aaron, right?
See, I did HHN Aaron today.
It's HHN, but I was thinking like apocalyptic Aaron, something with an A like Animal Kingdom, but we need something scary.
I did have to change the name today. But that's all I got. That's all I got.
That's all I got. Becky and Mike, how are you doing?
Good.
Good.
Very good.
We're good.
Yeah. Good.
How about yourself?
I'm doing good. I'm looking for one group here that I need to share into. I'm looking at comments. Favorite night of the week from Lily Johns. I can't tell you how happy that makes me that we are somebody's favorite night of the week.
That's awesome.
Just to think about that. Yeah, and you know who else showed up tonight is Kim. She's here tonight. She wasn't here last week. I know.
Kim.
Yeah, I was a little upset last week. Didn't come on.
Hi, Kim. Turn on your computer. Jump on.
Yeah, come on, get scared. Let's get scary. Come on, let's do it.
Mike, what is your coffee cup?
It is the
Looking at it.
coffee cup, the BBC cup.
Turn it around though. He's seeing it's a camera on the other side. Like it's supposed to be like a camera.
Oh,
Very good. I get it now. I kept
You
looking
a
at a
little bit.
dishwasher or like a washing machine.
You're right.
Not dishwasher, washing machine. I was like,
It's not a dishwasher, I promise.
Like what are the tangled washer machines? It does. It looks like the door on it. Like we're gonna put laundry right in Mike's coffee cup.
Yep. Very good, very good. Thank you for answering that question, so I wouldn't think it the whole show.
Right.
No problem.
Mike's
Last week I had a Snorlax Pokemon one, and somebody commented on it. They're like, "I love your
Very
Snorlax."
good.
the Snorlax. I think it was Vanta who joined in last week.
Yeah, I think it was her.
Yeah. Kim says, sorry, last week I had something I had to tend to and couldn't hop on. Yeah, all right. I forgive you. It's been a week, so I guess I'll let it go. Lily says, this is as close I will ever get to Universal and or Hollywood Horror Nights. I really want to attend. We just have never gone. And we kind of live vicariously right through Aaron,
For now.
For now. I mean, Aaron is has been attending, and he did this last year. And Kim says it was a Sensi emergency last week. But, what would be the start of a show if we didn't talk about our friends over at dmagicworld.com? They're not playing Universal music. They're playing Disney music. At dmagicworld.com, you're getting 24/7 streaming Disney music, 2 channels or 2 stations, if you want to call it, on their site. You got the parks music, and you also get Disney movie music. With the parks music, God, it could just be ride attraction music or music from around the parks or parade shows. So much fun stuff. Can't forget that you can go on there and request what you want to hear. It's such a great feature that Team Magic World offers, as well as the Now That's Disney tab up top. Takes you right to our Facebook group, Now That's Disney, the start of it all, the OG Now That's Disney Facebook. So please check out our friends at dmagicworld.com. And you know what? If you're looking for some travel in your life, I'm a travel specialist with Travelmation, and I can help you achieve that wish of yours. I can help you plan. I can get you pricing, and I can help you book that future trip, that destination, that magical experience, especially Disney, specializing in Disney packages. I just had a client and their family leave today for Disneyland, so they probably won't be joining in. They were on the show last week, but happy vacation to them. So, you know what else I want to talk about real quick? The new episode of our podcast is out. Episode 84, season 3. Season 3 meaning 2024. So I started it at the end of I believe 2022, and then so now we're in season 3. This is total episodes of 84 episodes. We've gotten over 3,000 I guess listens or downloads on Libsyn, but you can get it anywhere. So last week's episode is out now as the audio podcast, which was unpopular Disney opinions. So
unpopular.
Not popular, unpopular.
Unpopular.
Yeah. What fun would popular Disney opinions be? We went
no fun.
No fun.
Exactly.
It's like the news. What fun is positive news? Nobody watches positive news ever. You know? So we should dive in. How long ago did Hollywood Horror Nights in Orlando start? It's been over a month at least, right, Aaron?
Yes, for opening night was August 29th.
Okay. So a month.
Yeah, and normally they start in September. It's like the first or second week of September that they start. So this year there's definitely like 48 to 50 nights.
Wow.
Of this event going on, which is crazy.
Why do you think they did that, Aaron? Do you think they do it because they need more hours, or are they trying to compete with Disney Halloween so early?
No, I truly think that this event alone brings so many people as it is that they are just trying to match the clientele and the need that is people coming in. People are going to pay. They're going to come. Honestly, opening weekend, the Sunday was the busiest day. For opening weekend as it was, I was there 2 of the 3 days on opening weekend, and they were manageable the Friday, Saturday, but Sunday I wasn't there, but I heard it was very popular that day. But I think that is it. They're just trying to give what the people want, and they'll go to this event as early as it can be given.
Yeah, some people have Halloween all year round in their life. They love Halloween.
Oh,
yeah. I think it's the same thing. It's kind of like how Disney does with the parades. Like, these events get really popular, and they want to be able to have people come as much as they can leading up to whatever holiday that is, right? So, but it kind of seems like all of these theme parks, especially in Orlando, are extending these events, either if it's a festival or HHN, Halloween Horror Nights. I think they need to have as long as the people are going, they're going to just keep extending it.
Absolutely.
Right. Kim said she wants to go one year. I love scary, fun Halloween. Yeah, definitely. It sounds like a lot of fun. I would love it. But it's kind of like, I guess we always ask that is the Disney Christmas parade too soon? Is the Disney Halloween parade too soon? And then I posted that question a couple of weeks ago, and Now That's Disney about the Halloween, stuff. And people are like, most people are like, no, it just gives us an opportunity to go.
Exactly. Yep.
And get there, because not everybody can go right around Halloween time. So if you start it late August, it gives you plenty of time to get to these things. So yeah, I think just like, and we talked about the festivals a couple of weeks ago, right? With our imagining of this Epcot resort and how pretty soon there probably won't be any downtime in Epcot festivals. So
one will roll right into the next, to the next, to the next.
Yeah, definitely.
Just a circle.
Definitely. That's not me in this Universal ad either, by the way, with the horn scaring these people. You know?
So what's crazy, well, what's cool about this like advertisement is this house was called Darkest Deal. It was from last year, and it was my favorite house. This is technically the devil, him, like this character here. But it's like a Devil and Down to Georgia vibe, but it was a singer. Cool. So he sold his soul to the devil, and that's at the beginning of the house. He's signing the contract, and his soul is now gone, and so he can be able to sing, and everyone loves him. But of course, he ends up taking his soul and whatnot. So he takes him to hell. It's really good house. Wow. I liked it a lot. But yeah, that was the devil character.
So that photo is from last year. He's not around 2024.
He is not. No.
Oh, okay. So they're using an old photo for their promo, and this is coming straight from the Universal Orlando HHN site. You know, it says what everyone's screaming for, but it talks about how they have 10 terrifying haunted houses, but they also have 5 sinister scare zones. And I thought maybe before we dove into the individual haunted houses, Aaron, you can, for people who are either watching and have never been or will listen back, you know, on the podcast when we put it out next weekend, what a scare zone is compared to like an actual haunted house.
Absolutely. So as you can see, there's 5 scare zones. So if you're listening, 5 scare zones are on property throughout Universal Park. And so these are areas that you can walk through where it is themed based off whatever they decide that scare zone is going to be themed. So this year there's Blumhouse, Duality of Fear, Demon Queens, Swamp of the Undead, and Torture Fair. And so everything has their own story and characters that go along with it. But when you're going through it, it is an opportunity to be scared. So there are scare actors around, they're walking around, they're interacting with each other to keep the story alive per each realm, but they're also trying to scare you. And so they'll also, you know, these are just people that are walking up. Universal isn't a place where they like scream at you to scare. It's a lot of stuff that is pre-recorded. So they have pedals on the ground that they step on, which can create a bang or a flash of light, which is the scaring factor with their quick movements and their acting. But they're not going to be screaming at you like you would be at a smaller production aspect.
Right.
But sometimes it doesn't even have to have all that stuff. They're just walking around, and like Torture Fair, for instance, there's people who are villagers that are being tortured. So they'll come up to you and they'll be like, help, you know, they'll say those things, but it's them just like, you know, quick turning at you is what allows a scare. But yeah, that is what a scare zone is. They're throughout the park. And then there is like safe zones, which is just like anywhere else that is not where these scare zones are. But there is ways around them, but not always.
Okay, so yeah, that was going to be one of my next questions. So there are ways to kind of avoid the scare zones, but not all of them. Like,
yeah. And okay. And when you're walking through the scare zone, there is a area, like a set, it's mainly the pathway that the characters are allowed to be on, but on the like sidewalks and stuff like that, they can't interact with you. Okay. So there is like even in there, just like a safe zone throughout each one where you can either kind of walk around the set pieces and stuff, or you could just be on the sidewalk, and they literally won't bother you because they have their zone. If you're in their zone, fair game.
Okay, good. So if as long as people are aware,
yes,
and they know this, then they can kind of avoid it. Because some people don't want to have someone to like jump up on them and scare them, right?
Absolutely.
Not everybody's up for that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I agree.
But then why do you go to Hollywood Horror Nights then? I mean, if you don't like that, that's like
You know,
the point of it, isn't it?
There's
so many people. Hollywood Horror Nights, like I do too.
There are so many people that go and they're like, I don't want to be scared. I'm like, why are you here?
Right. I think they want to see
got
it.
Your money.
Right. Like they want to be a part of it and see it, but they don't want to be personally like scared. You know, I guess it's not for everybody, like scare houses or scare zones, or at the end of the day, I think everybody kind of has to just keep in the back of their head. It's not real, although Universal does a really good job with these costumes and makeup. You know,
absolutely.
Let me see if this is. No, I don't like that view. And I don't. I see myself and I get sick. Okay, so aside from the 5 sinister scare zones and the 10 houses, there's outrageous live entertainment. So there is something called a Nightmare Fuel Nocturnal Circus. Have you witnessed this the circus?
Absolutely. It is Nightmare Fuel is my favorite show. So this is the 4th year that they've done Nightmare Fuel, but this is a new change to the story. The first 3 renditions of it, Nightmare Fuel, I forgot that one's like spin-off name, and then there was Nightmare Fuel Revenge Dream, which was last year, and that concluded that story, which was of a dreamer, just someone who, you know, just a character, main character, who would go to bed but every night have nightmares, and they would kind of run his dreams in a very terrible way. And now you'd have to get out of them. Now these shows are very adult. I mean, the whole event is very adult, but this show as a whole has been known for its adult features in it. There is magic. It's also something they're very known for. Amazing magic tricks throughout the show where you can't even like really even get to think about how did they do this trick. And this has been in all of them. So all 4 of them have always had new magic tricks evolving. There's a contracted group of fire performers. They're called the Fire Girls. They come every year. There is a couple guys in the troupe too, and they are from all around the world. I think there's one of my favorite girls. Her name is Shannon. I just follow her on Instagram, but she's from the UK. And they like, that's their thing, is to, you know, do fire tricks and acts and dancing with fire and blades and stuff like that. But they're there, and there's of course dancers. So they always have like dance numbers and stuff like that. Very loud music, usually rock based. So if you like heavy metal music, it's great for you. Yeah. But this one is the new rendition of kind of spin off into the story in Nightmare Fuel Nocturnal Circus. There's still your main character, and he is working for the circus, and he has seen the show over and over and over again in his dreams because he's living a nightmare that he fell in love with this acrobat performer from the circus, and she died one time in the show. And so he's reliving that dream over and over and over again, and he's trying to save her. So the time that we're watching the show is supposed to be the time that he saves her. And spoiler alert, he doesn't. At the end, it does a great job of retying it in, basically starting it all over again, and then it ends the show. But there's classic circus acts, like, there's not too many. You still have great magic. But one of them, my favorite part of the show is, I don't know if you've ever seen in a circus before, but like hair hanging.
Yeah.
Women who hang by their hair. It is an original. It's an original circus act from China many years ago. But they brought it to this show, and so it's so cool because she's like this demon, and then they hook her hair up, and they're doing stuff to, like, you don't see that, and then the music hits, and she flies up all the way to the top of the ceiling and it comes back down, and then you actually see that she's hung by her hair. So then she does her whole hair act, and it's really good. But they've done like silk work and lyra work in the past, so I think they still, if I remember correctly, they still have it this time. But the circus theme is a great tie into it. Very creepy circus. Good music in the show. And, you know, they never seized to amaze the crowd with Nightmare Fuel. What's really cool, I was listening to the Universal like Park podcast, and so they did their like almost 2 hour long episode before the event started about everything in the show. They talked to directors, show producers, and everything, and they're talking about Nightmare Fuel, how they had this dream 4 years ago of changing the show from what it was originally, and Nightmare Fuel, the opening night of the first show 3 years ago, they had about 50% full audience, and they're like, this is not it. People aren't going to come. But those people that night left